Good morning, children. Today we will continue the Periplaneta Americana. We are going to complete Periplaneta Americana. Periplaneta Americana. Which one? The mouth parts we discussed yesterday, right? Now Periplaneta Americana, thorax we will discuss. Okay, thorax, thorax region. The mouth parts, labrum, labium, mandibles, maxilla, okay, hypopharynx, lingua. Yesterday we discussed, right? Now the thorax consists of thorax. Now we are discussing. It consists of thorax consists of three segments. Thorax consists of three segments. Number one, prothorax. Number two, mesothorax. Number three, metathorax. Prothorax, mesothorax, metathorax. The prothoracic segment is the prothoracic prothoracic segment is okay. The prothoracic segment is the largest. Is the largest segment. The head is connected. The head is connected. The head is connected with. The head is connected with thorax. The head is connected with thorax by a short extension. Short extension of the prothorax. Prothorax called as the neck, or cervicum, called as the neck or cervicum. Next, each thoracic segment, okay, bears a pair of walking legs. Next, here what we have to remember is a pair of walking legs. Next, due to the presence of three pairs of walking legs. Okay, each thoracic segment bears a pair of walking legs. Due to the presence of three pairs of walking legs, it is also called what we called hexapoda. Next, hexa means six. Six poda feet. 6 feet. All the three pairs okay, of all the three pairs of walking legs, are similar, not similar, and each leg and leg each leg consists of, okay, consists of, each leg consists of what you call five segments. Five segments. Each leg consists of five segments. Number one, coxa, large. Number two, trochanter, small. Number three, femur, long and broad. Long and broad. Tibia, long and neck, long and thick, long and thick, and tarsus, okay, and tarsus. This one you have to remember. Next, the last segment, okay, the last segment of the leg, tarsus, the last segment of the leg, tarsus, have five movable joints, what we call are podomers, okay. Podomers are also called tarsomers. Next, another important one, observe very carefully, children. Tarsomers. The cockroach has two pairs of wings. The cockroach have two pairs of wings. Okay, two pairs of wings. The first pair, come on, see here. The first pair arises from the mesothorax. First pair arises from the mesothorax and protects the mesothorax and protects the hind wings. Protects the hind wings when at rest. And is called elytra or tegmina. The second pair of wings, next one. The second pair of wings arises from the second pair of wings arises from the, okay, metathorax and are used in flight. Next one, the abdomen in both Okay, the abdomen in both male and female consists of both male and female consists of both male and female consists of 10 segments. 10 segments. Okay, 10 segments. Each segment is each segment is covered each segment is covered by the dorsal. Each segment is covered by the dorsal. Okay, tercum. Dorsal tercum. Each segment is covered by the dorsal tercum. The ventral sternum. Ventral sternum. Dorsal tercum, the ventral sternum, and between them and between them a narrow okay, membranous, narrow membranous, very important point, narrow membranous pleuron on each side. Okay children, observe very carefully what we are going to discuss yesterday. Periplaneta americana, the classification, where they are living, why they will they are insect related, what kind of characters they will show, insect related characters we discussed yesterday. Arthropoda, jointed poda, legs. Your Periplaneta americana, different colors it will be available, and it live in the damp places. It's a cosmopolitan insect. It have the different body parts, morphology, mouth parts, labium, labrum, maxilla, mandible, like that, and what you call tongue, hypopharynx, like the different structures we discussed yesterday. Today we are going to discuss about the thorax segment of the Periplaneta americana. What is thorax segment? What are the parts in the thorax segment are there? We will discuss today. Thorax consists of 3 segments. Thorax consists of how many segments? Three segments. Prothorax, mesothorax, metathorax. Prothorax, mesothorax and metathorax. Prothorax, mesothorax and metathorax. Prothoracic segment is the largest. The prothoracic segment is the largest. The head is connected with, observe very carefully, prothoracic segment is the largest. The head is connected with the thorax by a short extension of the prothorax is called, the neck or cervicum. Okay, the prothorax segment is the largest. The head is connected with the thorax by a short extension of the prothorax is called as neck or cervicum. Short extension of prothorax. Each thoracic segment bears a pair of walking legs. How many thoracic segments? 3. Prothorax, mesothorax and metathorax. Each segment have the walking legs. Prethorax, mesothorax, metathorax. Each thoracic segment have the walking legs. Due to the presence of 3 pairs of walking legs, it is also called hexa. Hexa means 6. Poda means feet. So 3 pairs are there or not? So prothorax have the feet, legs. Mesothorax have legs. Metathorax also have legs. So due to the presence of 3 pairs of walking legs, it is also called hexapoda. Hexa means what? 6. Poda means feet. All the 3 pairs of walking legs are similar. And each leg consists of 5 segments. All the three pairs of walking legs are similar, and each leg consists of 5 segments. What are the 5 segments? Number 1, coxa. Number 2, trochanter. Number 3, femur. Number 4, tibia. Number 5, tarsus. What are those? Coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, tarsus. Come on, what are the each leg consists of how many segments? Coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, tarsus, like that. Coxa is the large, trochanter is the small, femur is the long and the broad, tibia is the long and thick, and tarsus is there. So coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, tarsus will be there in the structure of the leg. Okay, the last segment of the leg, tarsus, is there or not? The tarsus have 5 movable joints or podomers or tarsomers. Very important. The coxa, okay, coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, tarsus. Okay, here the last one is what? Tarsus. The tarsus have how many joints? 5 movable joints, podomers or tarsomers. Podomers or tarsomers. That is important. Podomers or tarsomers is there. That one we will be discussing the what you call tarsomers will be structure of the leg. We will discuss that. Cockroach has 2 pairs of wings. How many pairs of wings in the cockroach? Only 2. How many pairs of legs? 3 pairs of legs. The first pair arises from the mesothorax. The first pair arises from the mesothorax and protects the hind wings when at rest and is called elytra tegmina. What do you call? The first pair arises from the mesothorax and protects the hind wings when at rest and is called what? Elytra or tegmina. The second pair of wings arises from the metathorax and are used in flight. So first pair of wings are called elytra or tegmina. They protect the second pair of wings, and the second pair of wings arises from the metathorax and are used to flight. The abdomen in both male and female consists of how many? Now abdomen come to 10 segments. 10 segments. Each segment is covered by the dorsal tergum, tergites, ventral sternum, sternites, tergum, sternum. And between them narrow membranous pleuron, pleuron on each side, tergum, sternum. In between them narrow membranous structure, that is pleuron on each side will be there. What is called? Tergum, sternum. The dorsal, come on, each segment is covered by the dorsal tergum. 10 segments are there or not? Each segment is covered by the dorsal tergum, ventral sternum, and between them a narrow membranous pleuron on each side will be there. Okay, this is very, very important. Next one, we are going to discuss some more points about this periplaneta. Okay, next, what are there in the remaining parts? What is there in the periplaneta? We are going to discuss. Okay, children, observe very carefully. Okay, next, here we are going to discuss some more points about periplaneta. Okay, children, observe very carefully. Next, in female cockroach, in female, what we have to do in female, the cockroach in females, okay, in females, the 7th sternum, very, very important, the 7th sternum. The 7th sternum is boat shaped. It's shaped? Boat shaped. Boat shaped. The 7th sternum is which shaped? Boat shaped. Okay, the 7th sternum is boat shaped, and together with the 8th and ninth, together with the eighth and ninth sterna. Eighth and ninth sterna forms a what you called brood or genital pouch. Next one, whose genital pouch, whose anterior okay parts contain, whose anterior parts contain female gonopore, comma spermatical pores, spermatical pores. These are very very important. Okay, collateral glands, next collateral glands, and what he called posterior parts contains posterior parts, okay, constitutes posterior parts constitutes the oothecal chamber, okay, oothecal chamber in which the cocoons are formed, in males, okay, in males the genital pouch, in males the genital pouch lies at the very very important hind, lies at the hind, okay, lies at the hind end of the which one end of the lies hind, what you called hind end of, very very important, okay, hind end of the abdomen, okay, hind end of the abdomen. This is the most important. Okay children, next bound dorsally, okay, bound dorsally by okay, by very very important, by ninth and 10th terga, and ventrally by the ninth sternum, okay, it contains the very very important dorsal anus, it contains dorsal anus, that is important, it contains the dorsal anus, it contains the dorsal anus, next it contains the dorsal anus, dorsal anus and ventral and ventral. Okay, ventral, dorsal anus and ventral. Okay, ventral, dorsal anus and ventral male genital pore. Male genital pore will be present. Okay, male genital pore in both the sexes. Next, in both the sexes, in both the sexes. Okay, in both the sexes, genital apertures, genital apertures, genital apertures, both sexes, genital apertures are surrounded by sclerites, surrounded by sclerites called gonopophysis. What is called gonopophysis. Okay, gonopophysis. This is important. Male bears a very very important. Male bears a pair of short. Male bears a pair of short and slender, okay, anal style will be there. Anal styles in the segment ninth sternum. The ninth sternum. Okay, children, the ninth sternum. Next, which are absent in the females. Which are absent in the female. Okay, children, this is important. Next one, which are absent in the female. In both segments, in the 10th, okay, in both sexes, the 10th segment bears the 10th segment, in both sexes, the 10th segment bears a pair of jointed filamentous structures, jointed filamentous structures. Okay, this is important. Called anal cerci. Jointed filamentous structures called anal cerci, and bears a sense organ, and bears a sense organ that is okay, and bears a sense organ that is receptive to vibrations in air and land. Next, the seventh sternum of males. The seventh sternum of males. The seventh sternum of males has a pair of large and oval apical lobes, okay, are what you called gyno, very very important, gynovalvular plates. Gynovalvular plates which form a keel, like structure, keel which form a keel like structure, which okay distinguishes the male from the female. Okay, children, this is the most important thing you should have to remember. Okay, children, Periplaneta americana. In females, the seventh sternum is the boat-shaped and together with the eighth and ninth sternum. The seventh sternum which shape is boat-shaped and together with the eighth and ninth sternum forms a brood or genital pouch, whose anterior parts contains female gonophore, spermathecal pods, collateral glands. Okay, up to here you should have to remember. What I am saying is the female genital, female genital pouch is there or not? The seventh sternum, eighth and ninth sternum all togetherly forms the brood or genital pouch, whose anterior parts contain number 1 female gonophore, number 2 spermathecal force, number 3 collateral glands, and posterior parts consist of oothecal chambers. Posterior parts of the genital pouch consist of oothecal chamber, in which the cocoons are formed in males. Okay, cocoons are formed. So, oothecal chamber. Next, in the males, the genital pouch lies at the hind end of the abdomen, bound dorsally by. Where the genital pouch is present in the males? Hind end of the abdomen. Bound dorsally by 9th and 10th terga and ventrally by 9th sternum. Terga dorsal. Ventrum sternum. So 9th, 10th terga and 9th sternum, and contains the dorsal anus and ventral main genital pore. In both sexes, genital apertures are surrounded by. So both sexes genital aperture are there or not? Male genital aperture, female genital pores, aperture surrounded by sclerites called gonophysis. Those sclerites called gonophysis. Male bears a pair of short and slender anal style. This is the most important distinguished character in the males. Neat bit. Anal style in the 9th sternum, but which are absent in the female. In both sexes, absent in the females. Only anal style is present in the males. In both sexes, the 10th segment bears a pair of jointed filamentous structures called anal cerci. This is a neat bit. Both have anal cerci and bears a sense organ that is receptive to sense organs are there in that vibration in the air and land. The 7th sternum of males has a pair of large and oval apical lobes. 7th sternum is there or not? There will be large oval and apical lobes or gynovalvular plates which form a keel structure which distinguishes the male from the female. But again, the 7th sternum of males have a pair of large and oval apical lobes or gynovalvular plates. Gynovalvular plates which are there like keel structure which distinguish the male from the females. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about anatomy of the cockroach and with the diagrams. Thank you, children.